Mad about you.
Merry Christmas.
Coming up in 1 hour, another
9 on UPN 9. We are the station that gives you your space. And entirely
different role in his new TV movie, actor David Charvet. Plus, he's been crooning romantic tunes for over 25 years. Now he's revived some classic love songs in a new album. Engelbert Humperdinck sings for us. Dick DeBartolo has gadgets to make your summer traveling easier and more convenient than ever. Claudia Cohen has all the latest updates on Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley and Batman. Today's mystery co-host is an internationally known nutty kind of guy with a real Cinderella story. All next online. Now here is Kathy Lee Gifford.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you. It's Thursday, June 15th, 1995. As you can see by the empty chair next to me, that Regis is still on his vacation, although I think I'm going to see him tonight up at Bedford, New York for some big charity event. So, Regis, see you then. In the meantime, Gelman has yet one more surprise co-host for me. And, you know, it's a weird feeling waking up in the morning not knowing who the heck you're going to be sitting next to. Of course, you don't know that on the subway either. So, I mean, so anyway, I think you've done very, very well this week with the people that I've had. But everybody's been terrified that they're going to, like, let the surprise out of the bag, you know? So everybody's been very, very careful. And, it's like the best-kept secret in the world. Well, these are my hints for this morning. This surprise co-host was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Definitely not Reach. Is from Newark, New Jersey. Could be somebody like Joe Piscopo or something. I don't think he was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Has a passion for pine nuts. Frank Gifford actually has a passion for pine nuts, but he wasn't nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Was named Joseph at birth, but this is not the name the public knows him by. Well, you see, I happen to know who my co-host is today because as I was sitting in the dressing room getting ready, getting hair and makeup, Gelman said, and then when Jerry says to you, and I went, excuse me? And he went, I've never seen you speechless for 30 seconds in your life, Gelman. You let it, but I didn't know Jerry.
You have no brain. You know? No brain. What a surprise.
Then I knew.
How are you?
Jerry Lewis, everybody. Oh, I cracked up. Everybody's kept the secret this week. Everybody's kept the secret. I mean,
I never saw a crew so secretive. I mean, they could have really come from 007. It was incredible. They could have handled the Quislings in Moscow and this dumb Jew over here.
Oh, no.
You did good, Gelman.
Thank you very much. Most of the time, we screw up, Regis and I, all the time on the trivia contest. I mean, you're in another mode. And it just blanked out. Everybody around here needs a vacation pretty badly. I hope you're heading out to the Hamptons.
Any minute.
We're going off to Colorado for a family vacation, while you, no rest for the weary Lewis, will still be doing 8 shows a week on Broadway in Damn Yankees.
Right, but, you know...
You smell good.
Thank you.
You smell very nice.
I smell very nice.
You smell very good.
That's what David Letterman always says to me. I'm doing Letterman tomorrow night. That's the first thing he's going to say is, you smell very nice.
Well, what are you wearing? Because we have a smell contest going on around here. Regis has this new thing called Fraccicochi or something. I don't know what it is.
That looks like what Regis would be wearing.
Yeah. And Frank wears something called Gendarme, which I love. But what is this?
I use Dunhill. I've been using Dunhill for 50 years.
I thought that was a cigarette.
No, Dunhill is the old-fashioned men's aftershave cologne.
Gentlemen's.
Yes, and I've been using it for 50 years. And it drives the women crazy, and it's no good anymore because I'm 69 years old. But I'm not fighting anymore because I quit before I got disfigured. You can't even see my right ear.
Oh my gosh, look at this!
Yes, I quit just before I started to get disfigured.
Oh my gosh, why are you doing it?
Why am I doing it? To see if I could get your attention, Kathy.
Well, you've been looking the other way the whole time.
Where's the other paper? Where's the other paper I saw upstairs in the office?
We can get it for you.
Which one do you need?
The one that says, yes. Oh, yes, that's it. I see this on Gelman's desk. And I knew it was the story of J. Edgar Hoover and Clyde Tulsa.
An old story. Why is it on the front page now?
That's what I wanted to know.
You were working last night, so you probably didn't see the...
I worked last night. I worked yesterday afternoon. I did a spot for BBC television in the afternoon. I operated on my own appendix, and and then
Nobody works harder.
Then they send me a car this morning to pick me up at 7:45.
Yeah.
And the wonderful thing is they got me here at 8 o'clock, and they're sneaking me around the little nooks and crannies of the studio to keep away from you.
Yes.
And of course, Gelman had to.
He feels terrible. He really does, because half the fun, and I could have faked it, but 10 years now I haven't been faking anything. So I didn't think we should start today. I mean, the people have come to believe us, and we have to be credible. So it was only, though, like a minute before the show that I knew it was you.
You never fake.
No. Nothing in life is worth faking.
I believe, geez, I'm sitting with Norman Vincent Peale's sister for crying out loud.
Although, you know, it's funny you should be, because there's a part of me, I've been in this business a long time now, 28 years, and I'm still the little girl from Bowie, and I'm sitting here, and inside I'm going, oh, I'm sitting next to Jerry. Try not to act stupid.
Little girl from where?
Bowie, Maryland, and I'm just so thrilled that you're here.
I'm so thrilled. When I was
know my name.
When I was a little kid in Newark, New Jersey, I thought to myself, one day I'm going to be sitting next to Kathy Lee Gifford.
Yes, right. Oh, you think this is me, but you don't know the other side of me.
You gotta be
the
me.
wacky, crazy side of me that I saw you as early on. That's right. You know what? We've been searching for the greatest painting to go over our fireplace. Regis and I hate this very much with all our hearts. While he's gone, and while I think it's only fair that I have my picture over the fireplace. Please take a look at this. You don't like that? That's not enough? I'll give you
I don't think so.
The full figure version. That's what I was doing yesterday. I'm doing the children's videos.
That looks like Regis and Drag, I swear.
They say that after enough years, you start to look alike.
Yes, you start to look alike. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember the show that I saw where you did Regis and Regis did you.
Halloween.
Oh, my God.
That was fun.
He was not a turn-on at all.
No. He's a very unattractive woman. But I'm a pretty ugly man. And
no, you were a pretty man.
Yes.
Well, you're pretty in general. You can't make you bad.
Aw, show that picture again.
Well, that of course, that's different.
But see, when you put on wig and you put on the makeup and you put on you become this crazy human being. And I've
been doing it for years.
Exactly. And you know what? If you stay in this business, you're going to be a success. I really do think so.
I hope so.
I think
I really hope so, because I hate that line of the unemployment of it.
I know it. Was there ever a time in your career where you doubted your own talent?
Yeah, last night. We had an audience at the 8 o'clock show. Yeah. That was one of those, what we call in the theater, reserved.
Oh, much too respectful.
And after the opening scene where Dennis Kelly and I set up the whole plot, I came backstage and I said to the company, this one's going to be a tough buck, folks. Mm-hmm. Tough buck, meaning you're going to have to earn your money.
Yeah.
And they started to come alive. But an audience can put you in doubt. They can.
Even after all these years of making people scream.
I'm performing for 64 years, and every time I go on that stage for Damn Yankees, it's like the first time I've ever performed. The rush is so exciting and wonderful.
Do you think of your dad each time before each performance?
No, I can't say that I do before each performance. But when I did my 100th, it was very meaningful. And last night I did the 124th. I think about them very often.
Because when you were here and you were starting, you were talking about how proud he would have been. This would have made you...
Yeah, he said, this, now you got it, kid.
Yeah.
And this company is so incredible. They are just, they energize me so.
Well, you said that right at the beginning. You'd only had a few rehearsals, and you still feel this way 124 performances later.
Yes. I mean, they did a performance last night. We wound up with a standing ovation, as we get every show. And this company deserves that, because they went out and we started with a reserved audience. Yeah. And we all tease one another throughout the changes and throughout going through the show. And we keep saying, we'll get them, we'll get them.
It may take a while.
And the show gets them.
Yeah.
The show gets them. And each and individual performer in that company gets the audience. And they wind up loving us. And when they're standing at the finish, I'm dying to yell, "Where the hell were you 2.5 hours ago, for crying out loud?"
Exactly.
But it doesn't happen that often.
But those are the sweetest ones.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It's just incredible.
I know something else that gets to you, a little crazy. Makes you wacky. And that's your little girl. Tell us what she's up to.
Oh,
You just
well.
have to have some pictures.
Well, David, I need a really close camera for this. This is the...
We can put her over the fireplace if you'd like. Would you like to see her? We can make her big, very big.
Well, she can't be any bigger than she is right now. We're there? Now, you want to talk about plugging daddy?
Now, she is precious. Let me see that. She is precious.
Now, yesterday, she says to me, I told you the night I was going to the theater, she said, "When you go to the theater, my heart hurts." So I said to Sam, I said, "Get her out of my face. I don't need this. I got enough guilt. I got guilt from Korea yet." So last night she said, do you have to go to the theater to do a show? I said, yes. She said, "Why do you have to go there?" I said, "Well, because I have to earn a living so I can feed you." She says, "I'm not hungry. Stay home."
Oh, I love it. Is that the greatest?
Incredible.
How old is she? 3?
She's 3. She's 3 going on 54.
I know.
Yeah.
What are your dreams for her? Because you have older children, and by the way, how are they all doing?
They're all marvelous.
They're doing great.
They're all her big brothers.
Yeah.
And they adore her. And they're all wonderful. Gary came to see the show 2 weeks ago. I said to Gary...
Remember Gary and the Playboys?
Yes. So I said to Gary, I said, "What's it feel like turning 50? He said, "The same as it feels like turning 70. He may not see 50, that boy. But he adores her. He adores them.
So this is your first girl.
Yes. And what do I see for her?
Yeah, what do you hope for her?
Well, I have some very, very strong feelings about trying to make the world that I have brought her into better. I want to fight the Newt Gingriches of the world. I want to be sure.
What in particular about the arts?
The arts. Take public television away from my daughter. Take the best information that a child can get away from her. My daughter does her alphabet in Hebrew, in French,
she's how
in
old?
English, and she's 3. And when we took her to the pediatrician for her 15-month checkup, we were told that she should be able to say 15 or 16 words. Danny was saying 250 words. She gets that from a mother and a father that happens to care and teach her. But I also have to give public television tremendous credit for the information that my child has for nothing. Okay?
I agree with you.
So...
You finally broke it.
Yeah.
See, Newt Gingrich did it to him. He finally snapped.
Well, Newt Gingrich, look at his initials.
See, I don't really know my alphabet in 4 languages yet. Let me, NG.
NG, that's it. Any man that wants to take this kind of information away from the future of our world is just a politician that's a putz.
Do you like any politicians?
Do I like any politicians?
Yeah, are there some people on there that you have confidence in, you like, and you feel like are there for the right reasons?
No, after we lost Jack Kennedy, we lost the whole political system.
You feel like he had only the best motivation in every area for our country?
He had courage, credibility, dignity, and he had all the things that politicians don't know how to get. He was born with it.
So when he died, something died in us as a nation. And
you bet. Yeah. You bet. And we need to recover. And it's not going to be through politics. It's going to be through the individual American's own integrity. We will heal ourselves if we have enough courage to stand up and be counted.
Well, Frank was in Washington yesterday for this whole new program. Well, Frank went to Washington yesterday with Jack Kemp and Jeff Kemp and Steve Largent and some other gentlemen that were there, and Bill Bradley from New Jersey, about the whole father situation in our country. And now I believe it's 3 out of 4. Can that possibly be families, kids are growing up without a father. I mean, that
Oh, sure, it's
is
possible.
overwhelming to me. Let's check that statistic, you guys, because
It's very possible.
Yeah, I'm in need of a vacation myself, so I may have gotten that wrong, but it's a harrowing statistic.
It's a devastating statistic, but what we must say to those children is that they are individuals and that they've got the pink slip on them. From the day they were born, they own them. And whether they have a father or not, they're not lost. They have to look to role models, and they have to look to their own devices to be marvelous people, and they can be. A father would help them be better, but without it, we can't have them think that they're going to be thrown away. They're human beings with tremendous resources.
Well, I think as a culture, we tend to throw things away.
Yeah, but somebody's got to stand up and say, stop doing that.
Well, you know, we got Father's Day coming up on Sunday, and people always ask me, well, who do you really admire? Who do you really respect? And I mean, it's easy to say, I admire Jerry Lewis for what he's accomplished, or I admire Barbra Streisand for her technical ability or something.
Barbra Streisand's the best father I've ever known.
No. Not talking, but you know, when I think about the people in the world that I truly, truly admire the most, it would be my mother and father. They both came from so-called dysfunctional families, alcoholism on both sides. My mother was an orphan. My dad was the son of a Russian Jewish immigrant. And these are two people who said, let's break the cycle. Just because we came from this doesn't mean we have to be this. And when they got married, they say, because we had no family, we're going to make family everything. And they did. And my father turned down jobs that would take him away from this family.
See?
Said, I'll give them a few more toys, but they won't have me. So what am I giving them?
Look at where I come from. My father was a downhill transvestite. And I had to overcome this. But I've done very well.
You really
have one of the nicest knees in show business.
We're trying to save the world here, and look what Gelman holds up. Hold it up, Gelman. Be proud.
Trivia.
All right, on to what we're better at, apparently, than that.
Okay, here.
Okay. Tomorrow on Live, from the small screen to the big screen special, we're going to have a repack week. You know, Regis is going to be on vacation again, and I'm going to go.
Is Regis coming back?
Probably not ever again. I don't know.
Where is he?
It's a mystery. Gelman might know, but
Tonight he's going to be with you.
tonight he's going to be in Bedford,
So he
New York.
must be in New
I don't
York.
know where he's been the last few days. I hope.
He's going to be in Bedford, New York on purpose?
Jerry just making friends, Lewis.
Oh, yes. Remember the lady had called up last time? And I told her I said, get off the phone, you drunk.
Yes.
She wrote me a letter. She said that she had the best laugh she's ever had in her life. And then she said, P.S., and then I had a good stiff drink.
For her. She took it in the right spirit.
Yes.
All righty. Anyway, we're going to have our theme shows all next week. Tom Arnold, Steven Weber from Wings, Saturday Night Live alumni Chevy Chase and John Lovett. So speaking of Saturday Night Live, actress Julia Louis-Dreyfus appeared as a not ready for primetime player from 1982 to 85. Currently, she stars as Elaine, is it Beans? Beans. On a long-running popular sitcom, Name This Sitcom. I didn't know that was her last name. Anyway, the great show.
Name This Sitcom?
Name This Sitcom.
That's the trivia?
Yeah.
Oh, who thinks this up? Where did you go?
We all need a vacation.
Try to make it easy.
You go to the Children's Museum of Manhattan to get this, right?
Well, I didn't know her last name was Beans.
I didn't either.
I didn't know that you were born Joseph.
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's Bennis? No wonder.
No, Joseph Bennett was my name. I didn't know that, Kathy Lee.
Was
I
Lewis
love
your
coming
real last
here.
name?
I always leave with so much wonderful information. Oh, isn't this marvelous? The Rockets. You believe that? The Rockets.
Last night, a sweep, right? I didn't see that either.
I always bet 4 straight. I always bet 4 straight. You think Frank is into sports, huh?
No.
You want to hear about... He's not?
No.
The Rockets won 4 straight, and I had the Lakers. I don't understand.
Oh, gosh. You are out of it. You've been working
2,
too hard,
3,
too.
4.
With us today, David Charvet, Baywatch, and is it a movie? New movie called Derby. Engelbert Humperdinck.
Yay!
Engel, you're Humperdinck. Engelbert Humperdinck has a new CD out. Now look at this. I guess he's done it all. I don't know how many albums the man's made, but he's now co-starring with
Let's
a
put it
Harley.
this way. He doesn't have a car payment Monday.
No. Or a Harley Davidson. No.
That he may have because he loves to ride Harleys.
He's going to be singing for A Secret Love, and we have Dick D. Once I had a secret love.
Is that what
the
he's
one?
singing?
I hope so.
Oh, a new tune.
Dick DeBartolo's here with new travel gadgets. I may want to show you these. These are folding sunglasses from Ray-Ban. People that
Folding
made Tom Cruise a
sunglasses.
star. Right.
That's good.
Now, these are $70. Oh, because look how much they fold.
That's terrific.
Whoa.
That'll go with my thermos pen that I have in my jacket.
Want to try these on? Cracked yourself up on that one.
I like that. Oh, these are great. I love that. Wow, what a great way to save an eye.
You look a little like Sammy Davis Jr. right now.
Good girl. That's one in a row, Kathy Lee.
One in a row. Yeah, all righty. Also, Claudia Cohen's here with the
Claudia's here?
Yes.
Oh, my God. You hear me all right?
Yes, thank you. Also,
When do we get to the phones? When do we talk to the people?
right now. Got the card? Yeah, you
Oh,
want to talk now?
phone
be,
one.
Be gentle. You don't have to take
You
Regis.
know that I'm not going to be other than gentle. Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I went to school in Tulsa.
You did?
There's a great diner in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. I wonder if it's still there. There's like four little stores.
I can't wait to go there and do a nice kosher delicatessen.
Get a
In
great-
Broken Arrow.
In Broken Arrow.
Okay? Geronimo Jew runs it. Okay. This lady, watch you every day. Love you, Kathy, spelled C-A-T-H-Y.
Doesn't like.
Oh,
You're
no,
looking
love
at
you,
it.
Cody. Oh, is that sweet? Okay.
Yes. And so I immediately already love this lady.
Yes, Vicky Craighead.
Yeah. Now, stop it.
No, that's what it
Her
is.
name is Vicky Craighead.
Vicky Craighead.
That's
Vicky
right.
Craighead, and you're dangerously near me. Hello, Vicky.
Hi.
See, she's.
Look how thrilled she is.
Do you like my name?
What is it?
It's Crackhead.
It's
Craighead.
Crackhead? I hope you're having a wonderful time.
We are.
I'd like to visit you for a weekend. Is that what you said, Crackhead?
I think it's that Broken Arrow and little. She's got a little bit
All
of
right.
an Oklahoma accent, right, Vicky?
What did you call for, Vicky?
Can I say hi to my family? in
You want to say
Tennessee?
hi to your family? Get on the phone and call them. Now, do you know why you live in Broken Arrow? All right, go ahead,
She loves
Vicky.
her family. Let her
Say hello to
alone.
your family.
Hi to my family in Tennessee and Colorado.
She feels better now.
Oh, your family's in Tennessee and Colorado.
Yes.
Really big time.
Uh-huh. We're out here by ourselves.
Do you have an answer to why ever we called this?
Seinfeld.
What is
You're
it?
right, Seinfeld.
Oh,
Can you find Broken Arrow
can't
over there? Right next to Tulsa.
can I find Broken Arrow?
All right, Vicky, you're a sweet lady to put up with us today. Will you pick a number between... No, that's Canada. Please pick a number between 1 and 150.
That's where Broken Arrow belongs.
Oh, stop.
We were married in 1982, so I'll pick 82.
82.
Congratulations, Vicky. You and this lucky audience winner have each one Bushnell wide-angle spectator binoculars, intrafocus system in Poro Prism, a perfect choice for sporting events. See every dramatic action-packed moment from Bausch & Lomb.
You had one moment of ecstasy that he's taken from you.
That's right. Stay with us. Next up, David Charvet from Baywatch.
Still ahead on Live, some gadgets to make your summer traveling a lot easier. The one and only Engelbert Humperdinck. And entertainment reporter Claudia Cohen with news on Lisa Marie Presley and Michael Jackson and Batman.
What good are wrinkle-free pants without a wrinkle-free shirt? Now during the JCPenney Father's Day sale, all our Stafford Executive wrinkle-free dress shirts are on sale, including solids at $24.99 and stripes for just $27.99. So for the best value on wrinkle-free dress shirts, hurry to the JCPenney Father's Day sale. After all, what good is a wrinkle-free dress shirt without an affordable price?
JCPenney, doing it right.
When you're in pain, you don't want to just ease the pain or soothe the pain or lessen the pain. You want to stop the pain. That's why I use Motrin IB.
Motrin IB. The pain stops here. Cool Whip makes the berries, Cool Whip makes the pie, Cool Whip makes the season a juicy surprise, yeah. Cool Whip makes the whole thing work. Cool Whip makes dessert all together.
Whether he runs the bases, rides the waves, or surfs the internet, Steinbach has his Father's Day all wrapped up with a rainbow of savings in every department. All Dockers shorts and slacks 40% off. Hager sports coat $79.99 and wrinkle-free slacks $24.99. Denim dress shirts from AXA $19.99. Famous designer neckwear $9.99. All Hobie swimwear $12.99. Father's Day means great store-wide savings for everyone. Now through Father's Day, June 18th at the new Steinbach, we're better than ever.
You bought some vintage records in Greenwich Village. You visited St. Patrick's Cathedral. People emerged from a hole in a sidewalk. You checked out the tour at Radio City. Someone showed you where Moonstruck was filmed. You had a hot pretzel, picked up tonight's Broadway tickets, and it's only lunchtime. There's an adventure on every block in New York City. To find yours, call 1-800-I-LOVE-NY.
Yeah, I know all about him. Yeah, I had nothing to do last night.
Oh, yeah, you're not a busy guy at all. All righty. For his first role in a TV series, David Charvet landed a live one, stop that, as the handsome lifeguard Matt Brody on what show, Jerry?
Baywatch.
Oh, you got it, babe.
Yay.
Now he's ready to move on, and he stars in the upcoming TV movie
Derby.
That's the one.
Yeah.
It's our pleasure to welcome
There's a girl, Kate, in it.
And for the first time he's here, what's his name?
Yeah, David
Charvet!
Charvet!
Here he
David
is.
Charvet! Yay!
How are you?
All right, David.
See, he feels the same way I do, right? Jerry Lewis.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we do that in France, and David was born in Lyon.
Lyon,
Yes.
bien sûr.
And whenever I meet a Frenchman, you kiss on both cheeks.
Oh, definitely. Of course.
Absolutely.
You are such a big star over there, by the way.
Yeah,
Really.
it probably comes as news to you.
I mean, I thought you were French.
I could be.
Is it true
Or,
that every time you want a good meal, you get on a plane and go to France?
that's right.
Wow.
No, not really. When I need a fix, I go to France.
Ah.
But this is David's spot. Let's talk to David about what he's doing.
What do you remember most of Lyon?
Great food.
I'm going to fly over there and
Family.
have a meal.
Yeah, family. Still have a lot of family there?
Oh, yeah, I have my grandparents there, uncles, aunts.
Is it true this may be your last season on Baywatch?
Yeah, I'm going to basically do... Oh, I'm sorry. He's taking over.
There goes the beach.
Yeah? We'll be doing episodes for the elderly.
No, this will be my last year, and...
How many years have you been on it?
3 years.
Oh.
3 years.
Made a fortune, and now he's just going to lay around.
Well, made his mark enough to move on, I guess, to the next
Yes.
thing, which
Yeah.
is you want to do features. You
Definitely.
want to do, yeah.
I like to get into a little stage work if, you know, get an opening for me.
He's been studying Shakespeare.
Yes.
Shakespeare.
Yes, sir.
What a rogue and peasant slave am I. Is it not monstrous that the player here? Is that what you'd like to do?
Or if it were done when 'tis done, then 'till well it were done quickly.
all I know is the little cocker chopped the old Jew. That's it.
Well, I don't even know what play that was from. Which one?
Macbeth.
Of course it was. I was just testing you. Okay. Life out in L.A.
Yes.
All the bikini thonged girls. Just can't take it, huh, David? It's just been...
It's over.
It's over.
It's over. It's done.
They're all thinking, what kind of fool is he to give up Baywatch?
No, it's definitely a big risk because the show is doing just so well, and
So are you. Look at his complexion.
I know, not a... I know.
But you know, it's time to move on. I really want to see what I can do, and you know, it's time to spread the wings a little bit.
Have you played theater? Have you played New York theater?
Not at all. I'd really love to get into it, as a matter of fact.
David, it would be the thrill of your life.
I heard it was. I have a friend named Kevin Spacey. I don't know if you know him.
he's terrific
And,
actor.
He's wonderful.
he told me all about it. We sat down about 8 months ago, and I said to him, you know, I really want to get into theater, and he goes, then learn, study, and just work, and you know, don't be a sellout.
Yeah.
And so I really
Commercially,
tried
you
to.
mean.
Yeah. And So that's the kind of approach I'm taking right now.
Oh, good for you.
Well,
Then you last a lot longer.
you're starting to get to that place where you have to be very decisive because you're aging rapidly.
Yes. Last
He's
time I
right on
checked.
your heels, Jerry. Makes you nervous, doesn't it? All right, well, tell us a little bit about what Derby's about.
Well, Derby is basically about, it's a little romantic story about two young kids who are basically boyfriend and girlfriend, and she leaves town and goes to this big boarding school, comes back with another boyfriend. She loses touch of reality, and I try to bring her back with a horse.
With a horse?
Yeah.
And you shot this in South Africa, right?
Yes, I shot this in South Africa and Kentucky. Yeah.
Why not?
Beautiful,
All right.
beautiful
You
place.
didn't commute.
Only when I want to eat special foods, I go from South Africa to Kentucky, yeah.
All right, we're going to look at a clip from you are Cass, right? That's your name. That's
And I told you, Kate.
You're absolutely right. Now you're confronting Kate about some upsetting news.
I can't wait to see this.
Derby.
What do you think you're doing, Kate? Excuse me. No, excuse me. You putting Calliope in the claiming race? Are you crazy? You know she's a far better horse than Dachshund. Do you mind? Katie, listen to me. No, you listen to me. You don't have anything to say about this. It was your father's dream to have a winner in the Derby. And we've never been closer. We just need the right rider, and it sure as hell isn't Rooster. It's simple, stable boy. Calliope belongs to Scotchwood, not you. She's gonna be claimed. And we're out of the race business and off this ranch. You know, this used to be your father's farm. Now it's yours, not theirs.
Definite possibility in this business. Good for you. Derby's going to be airing Saturday night on ABC at 9 p.m.
Yes, it is.
Sorry about the Baywatch thing, but we'll see you on the boards here in New York.
Thank you for having me.
Good one, David.
David Charvet. Baywatch, check your local listings. It's everywhere. Next up, travel gadgets. You're going to be traveling a lot. You might need to.
Tomorrow on Live from the small screen to the big screen special, Tom Arnold.
Well, we're here with tropical fish dealer Rudy Laszlo, who thinks his zipper bags are fine and won't switch to Gladlock zipper bags.
That's correct.
Rudy, what do you say we drop these piranhas here into your little fish heaven?
No.
Sealed in either your bag or the Gladlock bag with the yellow and blue make green seal, which means the bag is closed. Your bag doesn't have a green seal.
These are my little friends. Use the Gladlock.
When it really counts, get Gladlock. Can you hear that? They're applauding you. Rudy, Rudy, Rudy.
When I got a yeast infection, I called my doctor, and she told me something I never knew. She said, you can start using Maddest 7 cream right now to relieve the itching. I didn't know that. Turns out the very same Maddest cream I use for a cure at night, I can also use for fast relief of external itching during the day. No wonder my doctor thinks so highly of it. Maddest, the #1 choice of women, the #1 recommendation of doctors.
Whether he runs the bases, rides the waves, or surfs the internet, Steinbach has his Father's Day all wrapped up with a rainbow of savings in every department. All Alexander Julian knit and woven sports shirts 50% off. Savannah twill pants $34.99. All Hobie screen printed t-shirts $7.99. Knights of the Round Table polos $12.99. All Bugle Boy shirts and shorts 40% off. Father's Day means great store-wide savings for everyone. Now through Father's Day, June 18th at the new Steinbach, we're better than ever.
Check out the next Rolanda.
Well, it's the second best thing to being famous myself, is to be with a famous person.
These women like to date rich and famous sports figures.
Has a lot to do with their 8- and 9-figure salaries.
She thinks she's meeting a pro athlete. Well, we have a big surprise for her. Are you, Henry?
Am I an athlete?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Women who love to love pro athletes. Don't miss Rolanda. Watch Rolanda today at 10 right here on Channel 7.
Got it.
He swallowed my earring. Give me that.
Come on, you have an introduction
Very expensive
to me.
slobber all
Yes,
over
that's
now.
beautiful.
All right, Dick DeBartolo is here with the latest for vacation gadgets. We know him, of course, from Mad Magazine. Now, it's not enough to conquer the literary world. Now, they got to come to television. You come to television, Dick?
Yeah, they're doing a Saturday night show in the fall.
All right, you
Mad
gonna be on
Magazine
it?
presents. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Please.
All right, I'm traveling tomorrow.
Oh,
What do I
good.
need?
Okay.
What do I
Some
need?
travel gadgets. Going to start way over here with
Okay.
a new suitcase called Porter Case. You know, a lot of suitcases now have these built-in handles, so you can
finally.
very convenient. But this guy has an additional feature here. The suitcase folds down, and it becomes your luggage dolly for all the rest of your luggage.
That's a great
Is that a neat idea?
You
And
know
then
what
just
this
roll
would be great for? Take the luggage off, Dick. Take the luggage off.
Okay,
And let me
yes,
show
sir.
you
Yes,
how
sir.
people don't realize what they have. They
Yes,
can
sir.
make a fortune. It's a treadmill for crying out loud. Isn't that wonderful?
Okay, $250.
That's great.
$250 for a treadmill and luggage. I think that's wonderful.
Go to a hotel, you can have your own little motion detector. You stand it facing the door. If someone comes in, you can either have a chime or you can have an alarm go off. You know,
Does it come with a gun?
No. One of the big things about fires is escaping the smoke, not the fire.
Right.
So this is a portable smoke hood, which you can take with you on airplanes or keep in your house. In theory, when you really have it, you're not supposed to open it until there's a real emergency. But again, it doesn't provide oxygen, but smoke protection, and it could save your life. It's very, very tight-fitting because it has to leave smoke out. Oh. Ta-da!
Does it come in designer colors? Because I don't like that.
From the Magellan's catalog, it's about $70.
This is very, very nice, especially for a 4-year-old.
No, you have to use it specifically in an emergency.
In an emergency.
It says do not even open it or toy with it. You know, inflatable pillows are very popular for travel. This one has
Gelman loves his
a
inflatable
built-in little neck vibrator. See in the back here? You feel that little guy?
But I don't necessarily have to put it on my neck.
Hey, give me that. That's for Gelman. Moving on.
All right, moving on.
I can show you where that would work very well.
No, okay. Sennheiser, new kind of headphones. They're called noise-canceling headphones.
Oh, they cancel the noise.
of-
Then we could use all the rap material on this.
of jet airplanes. They're about $250. But if you're sitting next to an engine and you put these on,
you'd be very grateful
it develops a
You know
180
you know
degree
what's even
tone.
better than that? Stay off the damn plane.
Oh, okay.
See, and then you don't have to carry this with you
little
the rest
guy
of your
with you.
life.
But if you do, then you take that.
Yes, I think you're right there.
Called Aquapill. Aquapill Timer, place for your pills. Little alarm tells you when to take the pill, but it carries its own little water supply.
So it's off the precious meter. I'm sorry, that's adorable.
That incredible.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
my God.
Something
Can
he
you
likes.
see me in the airport? Yeah. It works great.
Oh,
Nick.
good,
Did you ever taste that?
And did you take your pills too?
How much is that?
$25.
Oh, no. Not me. $25. Go ahead, Dick.
Okay, Travel Guard, Travel Clock, has a built-in flashlight, but this part hangs on the door. It's a burglar alarm and a smoke alarm.
What a great idea.
So
it's also great for Dolores Del Rio for earrings.
but you need
Remember
a pair.
No, you wouldn't remember her.
And that's from the Continental Airlines SkyMall catalog.
Oh, Dick, you're
If
doing beautifully.
you're going
Keep
away
going.
just
Yes.
overnight, the stuffed shirt is enough for one night. It carries one shirt. This little case has underwear in it.
Look at that.
Your toiletries are in the bottom, and it's small enough that it just fits in an attaché case.
That's very cute.
God.
Good? Is that a goodie?
That's just wonderful. And you know what's so nice? Over here, you can keep some other things, like a half a sandwich.
Anything you might need.
Another neat guy. You want to carry? Well, no, I have to stand up. You want to carry an umbrella with you? This little guy called Take
Fits
Along
right over the handle.
Hangs over the. He likes that.
And you could use this to see with the light if it's on the handle.
Okay, our final item. You don't know whether to take shorts or long pants with you. So from Orvis, you take these,
Stop
zip
it,
off,
Dick.
ta-dan, ta-dan,
Oh.
and
All right,
you can
take
make
yours
these.
off, I'll take off mine.
Ta-da!
Those are great.
Aren't these neat? Let me just pull this guy out and da-da-da.
Look at that leg, Dick DeBartolo. Who knew? All these years.
Is that wonderful?
Who's got a
Hello,
tattoo?
Gelman. Get me Gelman.
You've got a tattoo?
Yes.
Where?
It says Regis and Kathy Lee
Oh,
with a little
please.
heart. Down there.
That's an old tattoo.
It's an old
When did you get that? When you were 4 in your crib? What'd you get? What's it say?
You got me up at 6 o'clock to watch a man take a half a pair of pants off.
It says See Damn Yankees.
We'll be right back with Engelberg Humperdinck. If he's got the guts to come out here.
For more information about the products you've seen, send $2 in a business-size stamped self-addressed envelope to Live Newsletter, issue number 221, Post Office Box 2010, Floral Park, New York, 11002.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Marianne Ride. Coming up today on Eyewitness News at noon, 5 high school students
Out the door and away forever. Advice from ComMed on avoiding this devastating scam. Also a travel bargain, almost too good to be true. Stay in a foreign country and don't pay un centavo. And she's not just an Indian princess, she's also a marketing machine. We'll show you why. Hi everyone, I'm Steve Gandel in for Janice Lieberman. Welcome to Steals and Deals with a scam and rip-off show of record, along with the consumer news you can use every day. But first, one of the nation's busiest airports has a big safety problem. Air traffic controllers have been drawing a blank on the radar screens that are supposed to keep track of fast-moving jetliners. Steve Daniels has more from Miami.
West Indian 435, County Miami site. This is the Air Traffic Control Center for the nation's 5th busiest airport, Miami International. These days, the people who direct loaded passenger jets in and out say it's a frightening place to work. 7 times in the past 3 weeks, their radar screens have gone blank.
For the brief seconds until you realize what's going on, it's the most terrifying thing that can happen to an air traffic controller.
FAA technicians are working to fix the problem. The same problem that's been plaguing this new generation of radar systems at airports across the country.
Like any new system that comes into an industry, it's going to have some initial problems. And it's in the process now of getting all those things ironed out. And I'm confident that it will in the very near future.
For now, controllers are relying on backup systems.
The potential for a disaster exists if you're not able to switch to that backup system.
In the past month, there have been similar problems in New York, Washington, and Chicago. The FAA says planes and passengers are not in danger, but the Secretary of Transportation says he is greatly concerned about these ongoing radar outages. Steve Daniels, NBC News, Miami.
And if you're planning to move, don't be swayed by everything you see advertised. Scam artists can offer to move you at unbelievably cheap rates that could run hundreds of dollars lower than anyone else. Sounds like a good deal, right? Except when they drive away, you could be out of luck. Tonight, expert con men tell us how to avoid the scam.
Moving is almost a routine for Bruce Beresford. The magazine executive has shipped his stuff as far away as Australia, and now he's moving from New York to Jacksonville, Florida.
I've always used reputable big movers to do it that knew what they were doing.
Beresford is paying for this move and has few valuables, except this 200-year-plus-old grandfather clock. It's never been damaged in the move. His furnishings arrived safely in 1 week, costing below the $2,100 estimate by Clancy Movers in the Bronx.
The common denominator in scams and cons is looking for a person that's looking for a bargain.
Richard Jones lived a life of lawlessness, but now he says he's reformed and has become a church deacon. He met Maurice Phillips, a scam artist, and others in prison, where he put details of their choicest scams in a book called Tips Against Crime.
We used to sit in the prison yard and share, exchange scam stories. And which one, just like we used to sit and tell jokes one at a time. We would also do with hustles and cons to see which scam was more crafty than the last fellow scam.
Ironically, former inmate Jones and current inmate Phillips give the same advice in avoiding moving scams as the Better Business Bureau.
Ask for references. Ask for identification. Ask to see a business license. If for some reason they're intimidated to do that, they can always get the license plate number of the vehicle.
Do not give your valuables away. Furs, diamonds, valuable paintings, coin collection, stamp collections, none of those things. Those things should be in the trunk of your car, and you're the ones supposed to be driving that particular car to your location.
Call the Better Business Bureau. Sometimes we're hard to reach, but stay on the phone, talk to one of our operators. We can at least look up the company, look up the address, look up the telephone number, because there are many ways that we can reach or try to reach them. They should come to us first, ask for information, ask if there's been any complaints. We can warn them, tell them what to look for.
Now, Sheila Steinbach, who did that report, reminds us that some of these tips may seem obvious, but you know, you're so intent on finding a bargain sometimes that you can often throw this kind of caution to the wind. Don't do it. All right, look before you leap. It's not just an old saying. It's essential summer safety for anyone in or around a pool. with actor Christopher Reeve's recent accident reminding us just how fragile we are. Michelle Tracy looks at a common cause of paralysis, carelessness around a pool.
It happens in a matter of seconds. A shallow patch, the wrong place. A mistake you live with the rest of your life.
I did like a run off the deck into the water, and my left foot gave out from under me, and I ended up hitting the bottom of the pool.
Peter Gilmore remembers the day, remembers the dive that changed everything for him.
My spinal cord was bruised, and at that time I couldn't move from the neck down.
I know you had some weakness in your wrist flexors. How's that been going?
It's still weak, but slowly but surely.
His doctors at Gaylord Rehabilitation Hospital in Connecticut see patients just like Gilmore, hear stories just like his, too often.
Most of the individuals with spinal cord injury from a dive have their arms and legs affected, but that is, they are tetraplegic.
In other words, paralyzed, in much the same way Christopher Reeve is. The actor crushed his neck after falling from a horse, but diving accidents account for most sports-related spinal cord injuries.
You look down and you can't really see how deep it is. So all your friends around you are diving into that area. You must be safe. Well, clearly it may not be. The water may be very shallow, there may be a rock. Oftentimes it's not supervised, and that's when catastrophe can strike.
And whether you're an amateur or experienced diver, the message is think first and take a few precautions. Check the depth or obstructions in any swimming area. Reevaluate your diving and swimming abilities. Check those of your kids. Watchdog your pool. Guard against unsupervised swimming. And never dive at the beach. And while you're thinking about diving accidents and water safety, consider this. It's estimated that close to 4,000 people will die from drowning this year. And many of the victims will be children. Ann Brown of the Consumer Product Safety Commission wants to protect toddlers by recalling one popular product, Dolphin brand baby floats made before January of this year.
The hole back here took in water, and when it took in water, the float could become unbalanced and tip over.
Also, think about what's around that swimming area. Chances are there should be a fence. And fences aren't the only safety devices. Pool covers, even pool alarms, may add an extra wall of defense, something you'll need should you ever let your guard down. For Steals and Deals, I'm Michelle Tracy.
Again, some of that advice may sound obvious, but then ask yourself, how come so many people get hurt or die every year? Well, coming up on Steals and Deals, on a vacation with no hotel costs, and we don't mean sleeping in the park. And what's a vacation without handy travel gadgets? Our Gizmo Wizard will preview some of the latest and greatest new stuff.
See that? That's where I'm going to start my business.
What about all those things you need to know, like financing and writing business plans?
Somebody's already helped me get through that.
Accountants, consultants.
AT&T.
Introducing AT&T Resources for New Business. Now starting a business has just been made easier.
Yeah, they really helped me get my business off the ground.
It's not what you'd expect from a long-distance company, but that's the point. AT&T, for the life of your business.
If you're an active trader, Schwab 500 Brokers invite you to experience the edge. That feeling of being on top of the market. Getting that edge means having immediate access to your personal team of Schwab 500 brokers. Market-savvy trading specialists who know you and the stocks you watch. And now, having the edge means getting the market intelligence and customized services most brokers can't give you. More than just information, your team offers the latest news and research tailored to your investing needs. And active traders can save thousands of dollars over Schwab's everyday low commissions.
Stay on top of the market. You need the kind of market intelligence you'll find at Schwab 500 Brokerage.
As a special bonus for enrolling in Schwab 500, you can choose 3 investment newsletters from a select list. You'll receive 6 issues of each at no cost. Just call 1-800-4500-NOW. Call Schwab 500 today and experience the active trader's edge.
Hey, you want to know where to find a Father's Day gift for the man who has everything? Office Depot. Office Depot has dozens of great Father's Day gifts, like notebook computers, got software last year, cellular phones. Good call. Everything from pens that can record Dad's voice to bags that can carry his computer, all at guaranteed low prices. Office Depot for Father's Day. He won't wear these.
All next week on Steals and Deals, we'll show you some travel tips.
That'll save you a bundle. Monday, the tricks of hotel hopping.
And where the best bargains abound. Tuesday, eat, drink, and be merry and leave your credit cards at home.
Wednesday, how to get more and pay less when visiting costly countries.
Thursday, get on board the Savings Express.
With tips on traveling off-season.
Friday, how to paint the town red.
Without spending a lot of green.
That's all next week on Steals and Deals at 7:30 Eastern, only on CNBC.
Tonight, a new twist in talk. Spend an evening with television's newest talk show host, Charles Grodin. Funny, offbeat, irreverent, big laughs with the biggest stars. Charles Grodin tonight.
Welcome back to Steals and Deals. We've been promising you a great travel deal, and here it comes. The one and only Arthur Fromer has a great way to stay in a foreign land without paying a dime.
The single most effective way to save money while traveling is to stay for free for literally nothing at all at the destination. And you do that by joining a club, a so-called vacation exchange club. We have half a dozen of them in the United States, and each of them publishes a directory. It's a list of thousands of members all over the world who are willing to swap their home or apartment for yours during the time of your respective vacations. Now, during the long winter months, you leaf through the directories, and when you find something you like, let's say a townhouse in London or Paris, you write a letter to the owner proposing a vacation exchange. You tell them when you're going to take the vacation and offer your own home for theirs. Then, to ensure that you're dealing with proper people, you ask for references, photographs of the home, and a biography. And when you're thoroughly satisfied, you board a plane on the appointed date and fly to their city while they fly to yours. You pass in midair. And once there, you live like a resident, not a tourist, and without a penny of accommodations cost. Instead of leaving your house empty and useless throughout your vacation, you put it to a profitable use. If you'd like a list of the several major vacation exchange clubs, then simply send a self-addressed stamped envelope to me, Arthur Fromer, at 1841 Broadway, New York, New York, 10023. And soon you'll be joining the smartest of all travelers in America.
Next week, Arthur Fromer will have another travel bargain every day. Monday, he'll have the lowdown on finding cheap rooms in expensive hotels. Later on in the week, we'll show you the secrets to affording pricey vacation spots and reveal the best off-season travel deals around. Sounds so good, I'd run off on vacation now, except first, we've got to preview the latest and greatest new gadgets.
Travel gadgets. It's all meshed. It's a big mesh. It's a big mesh whenever I'm on the show. I have some neat travel stuff. The first is from Orvis Travel, and you can buy it in Orvis stores. You know, you're walking around, it's 100 degrees outside, you're going into museums, it's 15 degrees inside. What, are you going to carry shorts with you? No, you're carrying convertible pants. Take a look at this little bit of videotape we shot right before the show. Actually, I'm wearing them now, but there's a little hidden zipper. Bring it around here, and ta-da! Ba 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 da 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 da. You turn them into a pair of shorts.
Amazing.
And they come in several different colors, and they're 100% nylon.
On national TV.
On national TV. I know. This is really neat. This is from let me get it here, the Magellan's catalog. And it's the self-inflating backrest. You know, on an airplane, they give you the big pillow, which is sometimes too big to stick behind your back. This guy, open this little valve, you inflate it, it self-inflates. You inflate it to the thickness or the firmness that you want, close the little valve. You can blow more air into it if you want it to be fully inflated. That's a neat little guy and really comfortable for travel. Take that guy. Okay. Oh, yeah. He's falling right into it. All right. Now this is brand new from Sharp. It's a neat little travel calculator. It's a travel clock, rather, but when you go over to the calculator mode, you can automatically figure tips. All right, Steve took me to dinner last night, so it was $5.66. All right, would have been less if we didn't have wine. We hit tips. It's figured for 15%. And the tip is 84 cents, okay? Did you leave 84? It actually comes out to 85 cents you should have left on that dinner left.
I see. Well, he was a really good waiter.
20%. You just hit 20%, it'll figure it and tell you what the total should be. It'll even figure in what the tax should be. That's brand new from Shaw. Another great catalog, Continental Airlines has a catalog called Sky Mall. What's neat about this is it's the best of 15 different catalogs. So we found some neat stuff there. And it is the vibrating inflatable neck pillow. Put this around your neck. These have been around for a long time, but this one has a built-in, can you hear?
Oh yeah, I can hear
a little built-in vibrator. And actually the little vibrator can be taken out if you want to just, massage your legs or something like that. Let me find a little off switch. Our final guy is from Samsonite, a luggage car here. A couple nice features about this. The bungee cord is built in so you don't lose it. But what's nice about this is, as you fold it down, he's relaxing himself. As you fold it down, the wheels will fold out. You know what it is that I have to take the bungee cord off. And another nice thing about this car is that the wheels are slightly recessed from the bottom.
What?
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
The wheels are slightly recessed from the bottom, so with your luggage on it, it will not, at the airport, suddenly start rolling away. The wheels only come in use when you tilt it up. Samsonite.
This is very good. This is very, very good.
Very good, very good. Okay.
I like that. So just enough for me to say thank you to you. And coming up on Father's Day approaching, we'll look at what some companies are doing for working dads. To help them spend time with their kids. And from the shores of Gitche Gumi to a movie theater near you, we'll preview Pocahontas.
Also, a tax-wasting loophole in government rules that allows some federal employees to take you to the cleaners. And the secret to saving big bucks on sporting goods. Hi everybody, I'm Janice Lieberman and welcome to Steals and Deals. We are the scam and rip-off show of record, along with the consumer news you can use every day. Up first, Uncle Sam is calling anyone who ever dreamed of being a federal agent. A massive hiring spree is underway at the FBI for the first time in years. And as Michelle Tracy concludes her exclusive series, she shows us what those hundreds of new recruits are really in for. Michelle?
Hi, Dan. Thanks. High on the Bureau's most wanted list are men and women with the right stuff. Anyone with the knowledge and know-how to fight crime. But as I found out when I spent a day at the FBI Training Academy, you also need plenty of discipline, stamina, and strength. Are you driven enough to make it as a special agent with the FBI? Be forewarned, this job is not for everybody, and it's very competitive. Out of 34,000 applicants, only 600 made it into this year's class.
This is the best way I can to serve my country with the skills that I have.
The FBI's role in its service to our country came under fire recently as critics called into question the agency's role in the tragedies at Waco and Randy Weaver's compound in Idaho. Now, amidst all the negative publicity, the FBI is looking for men and women to join their elite team of agents battling domestic and foreign crime. The starting salary is about $42,000. Before you can bust down those doors, you have to run a gauntlet of interviews, physical training, and even driving tests.
We try to teach them state of mind, stay within yourself, not drive over your head.
Every aspect of the training is taught by current FBI agents, and the students are graded. Even so, the Bureau believes that once you make it through the tough screening process to the academy, you will become an agent.
We have carefully selected you. You can do this job, and we're not in the business to flunk you out.
The bottom line for us is how to train these people in order to survive an armed confrontation.
The FBI says that 44 agents have been killed in the line of duty since 1908. But many of the agents in training have never even held a gun, let alone fired one. To get up to snuff, they go through about 3,000 to 5,000 rounds of ammunition per agent.
I found out firsthand it looks a lot easier than it is.
You hold this weapon parallel to the ground in the direction of whatever's making you nervous.
And talk about nerves. Weapons training aside, agents in training must also be able to perform in water. This exercise teaches them to jump from a platform and use their fatigues as flotation devices. From treading water to hitting the books, the agents then take a small break and head to the classroom. Once the special agents are done with their classroom training, their next stop is here, Hogan's Alley, a kind of Walt Disney World for the law enforcement set. They practice everything from gathering evidence to making an arrest. Role players from the local police departments come to Hogan's Alley to help teach street smarts to the new agents.
Give them the most realistic training to have a role player or a criminal. We got in good shape, and I'm working out every day.
Discipline and stamina really hits home when the agents perform their physical fitness training. This is one area where men and women have different requirements. Everyone must run 2 miles in record time, and that's not all. And making the playing field even is high on the Academy's priority list. They're actively seeking women and minority candidates in what has primarily been a man's world.
From what I see, I think there's a great effort to be diversified. They're not there yet.
Gender differences and sore muscles aside, by the end of their 16 weeks here, these agents will not only have learned how to act like an agent, they will become FBI agents. If you think you're up for the challenge, the FBI is still hiring. It would help if you have a background in law, accounting, business, foreign languages, science, law enforcement, or the military. Of course, being in shape doesn't hurt either. You can bet that, Jen, and they are holding a spot open for you. I did check. Special Agent Lieberman. Oh, great. I'll take more aerobics later on. You mentioned yesterday this is a good second career for many people, but it's a whole change of lifestyle. It's definitely. Most people take tremendous pay cuts when they're leaving that first career to come to the academy. And then also you have to keep in mind that once you finish the academy, you are assigned to a field office, which could mean travel at that point. So understanding families are a must. Okay, Michelle, very interesting. Thanks very much. Meanwhile, the government is also hard at work at wasting your hard-earned tax dollars. As NBC's Roger O'Neill reports, workers at the troubled new airport may be cashing in, all because someone had their head in the clouds when it came to your money.
They are experts at guiding airplanes in and out of busy airports. But in Denver, some air traffic controllers are also pretty good at flying through a newly discovered and costly loophole in a federal moving regulation. NBC News has learned supervisors did it too. Worse, the Federal Aviation Administration let them get away with it. When Denver opened its new airport, 17 miles from the old Stapleton Airport, 99 air traffic controllers were also transferred to the new facility. But it turns out more than a third of them, 38, made a second move to new homes, and the federal government paid every nickel of their moving costs. $528,000 so far. From Congress, disgust.
Well, it's absolute nonsense. It's just an outrageous waste of taxpayer money, and it's something that shouldn't be permitted and needs to be investigated.
Most federal workers who are transferred to new offices, even if it's in the same city, can move to new homes and be reimbursed for all moving expenses, as long as the FAA travel manual says the move is not to simply benefit the employee. FAA officials hope the rule encourages employees to move closer to work and cut commuting time, but it's not an absolute rule. And at least 4 of the Denver controllers moved not closer, but farther from work. One moving from Parker, Colorado to Elizabeth, 48 miles to the new airport. The moving expense here, which the government paid, $31,259. 6 other controllers moved to new homes in the same suburb, with the most expensive, Englewood to Englewood, a move of less than 5 miles, $61,281. Identified in government documents as employees 1 through 38 and without addresses, the controllers' moving expenses seem to average between $20,000 and $27,000. Denver's Rocky Mountain News, which broke the story, reports one controller who owned this house says he sold it to another controller, billed the government, had the claim approved, but still lives in the same home. Today, an unusual display of government honesty. The man in charge admitted he goofed.
We made a mistake. We simply overlooked something we should have picked up.
There's an investigation. Controllers and managers might be asked to give the money back. The Controllers Union, though, says members were never told the rules, and giving the money back won't work.
How are they going to undo the process that goes into buying and selling a house?
Some in Congress say this fleece of taxpayer money has to be repaid, either from the workers or the FAA who approved it. Roger O'Neill, NBC News, Denver.
And a follow-up now to a recent story on boating dangers. The encouraging news out from the Coast Guard is that recreational boating deaths declined last year to the lowest level since record-keeping began back in 1960. A total of 784 boaters were killed in accidents, mostly from capsizing and falling overboard. But in our story, we pointed out that a lack of training was a major cause of accidents. And sure enough, the Coast Guard says that 8 out of 10 fatalities had the operator had no formal training or boating instruction, and most victims were not wearing their life jackets. And when Steals and Deals continues, get ready to write down some deep discount phone numbers that will save you big bucks on summer sporting goods. And when you see them, you'll want them. The winning results of an invention contest has turned up potentially hot new gadgets, so tomorrow, stay with us.
This program is sponsored by the Burger Funds. I'm Bill Berger, shareholder and director of the Burger Funds. The volatile markets of today have a lot of people questioning their investment strategies. I give them the same advice I gave in my 44 years as an investment manager. You need two things, courage and patience. Courage to ride out the inevitable peaks and valleys, and the patience to stay the course. After all, during the last 30 years, stock returns have outperformed government bonds, treasury bills, and the rate of inflation. There's no denying the market has its ups and downs, but don't lose sight of the big picture, because it's the patient investors who usually get where they want to go. To learn more about Manolo Burger Funds, including performance figures, call 800-333-1001. That's 800-333-1001. We'll send you facts on the Burger Funds, including our low minimums, $250 to start, $50 thereafter, to help you move steadily towards your goals.
This is the world's most powerful long-distance network that carries the most calls, faxes, and data. It gives every call up to 134 routes. AT&T built it on one principle. The business world has its ups and its downs. Only AT&T's network is so reliable, it's guaranteed, because your business shouldn't have to feel the impact. AT&T, for the life of your business.
You never really know when you need cash. That's why you need a Discover card. Use your card to get cash during business hours from financial institutions and select merchant locations or 24 hours a day from thousands of ATMs for Discover. Because when you need cash, timing is everything. It pays to Discover the card that pays you back. Use it where you see the notice sign.
Next on Jerry Spence, from Waco to Ruby Ridge, with the acts of reasonable force or cold and calculated acts of aggression, the FBI's reputation is under fire. An in-depth discussion with defense attorneys Gary Gilman and Chuck Peterson. Next on Jerry Spence.
Tonight.
He's painted the talking head for the State Department when he gives daily briefings on global hotspots and foreign policy. State Department spokesman Nick Burns joins us tonight on Equal Time.
That's tonight on Equal Time with Mary Madeline and Dee Myers. Tonight, it's intimate talk on today's adult issues. Get real personal with Bob Berkowitz.
Welcome back to Steals and Deals. It's hot and you want to cool off with a few water sports. Good idea. But before you jump into the summer fun, hold on to your money. In our Best Bargain segment, Alyssa Lazar has the buys that will help you make a splash without draining your wallet.
With this heat wave, who wouldn't want to jump into an ocean or a lake or a swimming pool, and you can have great fun. Now, we've got the hottest products this summer in sporting goods. Boogie boards, knee boards, water skis, snorkeling. We're going to tell you how you can find great products at great prices. Always look for fiberglass skis and boards. They're lightweight, durable, and should last a lifetime. If you're a novice snorkeler, don't invest in expensive equipment. You can find Maddest good snorkel for about $16, and you can always work your way up to the more advanced equipment. If you're going on a boat, or you can't swim, or you have a small child, make sure you look for a life vest with a U.S. Coast Guard approval, and make sure you find the appropriate size. For great buys on boating accessories and sporting goods, you can stop by E&B Goldberg's Marina in New York City, visit one of their 60 stores around the country, or call their 800 number for a free catalog. You can call Goldberg's Marine at 800-BOATING. Next, try Bart's Water Sports for their free catalog filled with great prizes. Their toll-free number is 800-348-5016. Or there's Overton's at 800-334-6541 for their free catalog for the amateur or professional water sportsman. Like cars and appliances, manufacturers of boogie boards and water skis change their product from year to year, but the change might be as small as just the color. And by buying last year's model, you might actually save an additional 20 to 30%. So stay cool and be smart. I'm Melissa Lazar with Steals and Deals.
If you didn't get a chance to write those numbers down, we'll repeat them just before the next commercial break. School is just a few weeks away, and for some that means getting ready for their first year in college. A big step for many, especially if you're moving away from home for the first time. One of the first tests you'll have to pass is knowing what to take with you and what to leave behind.
Y'all ready for this?
When it comes to college, Sam Turman is as ready as he'll ever be. He's got good grades, a good head on his shoulders, but the real question, is he prepared for his home away from home?
I'm just used to living in my house with, 4 other family members, and I'm just going to be thrown into this big dorm with all these people, and I'm not really sure what to expect.
Sam and others new to the college scene shouldn't expect much. A bed, some closet space, and a simple bathroom is about all they'll find in the average dorm room.
I'm just hoping that it's neat, and I want something that's clean.
Clean and equipped, says Orlando Keys, a student mentor who knows the do's and don'ts of dorm life.
If you're the type that needs entertainment, and then the TV helps if you can. These are also helps because a lot of the freshman dorms don't really get good receptions.
While TVs, radios, and refrigerators are on top of the most wanted list for most college residents, some find other things more helpful.
The most important thing you might need in a dorm room for your first semester would be a computer. Definitely not a word processor, because a lot of the work that you do has to be typewritten.
I guess just an alarm clock, I would say, is the most important thing, since you do have to make sure you get up on time, especially for 8 o'clock classes.
For most students, the big appliances are the easy things to remember. It's the little things, the dorm room necessities, that they're more likely to forget.
You definitely need like a robe, slippers, soap, and holder. Buckets carried over from back and forth. Those are the necessities.
Retail stores are even getting into the act, offering a checklist for the frazzled student or parent.
Basically, this back-to-school checklist is anything that a student might need or that we recommend a student might need to go to school. And it covers all of the areas of the store, from bedding and from bath and to outfit their desks or their closets. It's pretty much anything that they might need.
Most students can expect to shell out upwards of $200 for dorm room supplies, and our best advice we heard, plan ahead before you buy, and remember, with all the clothes you bring, don't forget the detergent to clean them. Think you are behind the curve? Get ready to jump into the future with the hottest new inventions. Then step back in time with a musical trip down memory lane. Get out the popcorn for the silent movies when Steals and Deals continues.
This is CNBC.
This program is sponsored by Land's End and the new Land's End Mesh shirt. It's out with the old and in with the new Land's End Mesh. If you thought the old Land's End Mesh was a classic, just wait till you try this new one.
Presenting the Quick and Riley Green Investor Package.
Leslie Quick began investing 30 years ago. He did his own research, made his own decisions. He found brokers didn't give him what he needed, and they charged too much. I started Quick and Riley with one goal in mind. That goal was to help independent investors do better every day. How? By offering the Quick and Riley Investor Package. It's yours free when you open an account. In it you get helpful, unbiased information, S&P company reports, the S&P stock guide, our proprietary dividend study, and Telescan online charting software. You'll even receive commission rates that are as much as 73% lower than Merrill Lynch and 33% lower than Schwab and Fidelity, all with the personal service you deserve. So open an account and get your investor package with charting software free. This $93 value is available for a limited time. Call today. Quick and Riley, where independent investors do better every day.
It has a softer, plusher fabric than new Lands' End mesh does. It's a double piqué, softer inside and out. But at Lands' End, we didn't just stop there.
No one else covers the fluctuating world of investments with the timely insight, sheer depth, and plain ease of use of Barron's. Subscribe today and you'll also receive this Barron's Investment Guide free. It tells all you need to know to turn money into wealth. Get 13 weeks of Barron's and the Investment Guide, all for only $37. Call now toll-free in the continental U.S. 800-238-1400. That's 800-238-1400.
I found this men's journal under his pillow. Now I know where the excitement in our life comes from. Men's Journal covers everything better, from toning up his abs to tuning up our sex life. Men's Journal tells you everything about living life better. Hey! Subscribe to Men's Journal for only $11.97 and get this 200-page equipment guide absolutely free.
Call 1-800-851-1400. That's 1-800-851-1400.
Welcome back to Steals and Deals. Our gizmo wizard, DeBartolo, is always on the lookout for what's new and unusual. And he's just returned from Hammacher Schlemmer's invention contest, where he was the judge, and we should say that you were paid for your judging talents. And also that he's brought back some of the best and brightest of all the entrees.
Absolutely. One of 4 judges. I don't want to take away from other people.
Okay.
The Chicago Tribune and the Internet, a lot of important people. It was called Search for Invention, and they got 25 inventions together. We looked at them. It took almost a day. And I brought back some videotape. Don't adjust your set. The automatic iris on the camera was sort of going back and forth. But we'll look at some that I filmed, and then I have a couple here in the studio.
Great.
So let's watch that. This is called Shock Shaft. This is to help disabled people go skiing. It has a little shock absorber down in here. You can buy one or you use them in pairs. You can actually clip the ski off and make it into a regular walking cane also. Speaking of canes, this is really a neat guy. It's the self-righting cane. You walk with a cane, you accidentally drop the cane stands back up again. It's a really neat invention. Now, what is this? Is this the French chapeau? No, is it a bad French accent? Yes. This is the spill-proof can lid. You snap this on over a can of paint. There's a little hole here. You can stir the paint and pour the paint, but the paint doesn't run down the side of the can, like the problem we all have. This is also unique. You can put your baby to work by letting the baby carry this, but you know what you stuff it with? You can put dirty diapers in here. You can unzip it all the way and use it as a changing blanket. And each leg carries a baby bottle. Something else here? Big garbage can. What is garbage? Attracts flies. So this is called zap and trash. When the flies come to the trash, ta-da! They get zapped. And our final little guy here is an electronic putting challenge. This little guy moves around and changes a variation of the topography, and it has an automatic ball return, so you can play 18 holes in your own office. Neat stuff.
You know who wants that, Andy Friendly? We have to get that for him. He will stick with that gold thing, never leave.
Oh, okay, great.
All right.
The self-writing cane won, $5,000 and a Crystal Award. This one in its category of personal care from Jim Holly Instamix. People want to have baby formula. You know, once you mix baby formula, it has to be refrigerated. So you take this on the road with you. The formula you pour in the top, the water you put in the bottom. When it's time for the baby to have the formula, you stand the bottle straight up and you mix it.
Isn't that great?
Okay, so no refrigeration, so you can have baby bottles to go. It's really neat. That won $1,000. And this is from Robin Lancham. I spoke to her on the phone. She takes her son to Broadway shows at $65. This is the inflatable booster seat. So you just take it with you, it folds up, it's small, it's neat, and she got tired of dragging pillows.
Great adventures. Very, very clever. Thanks for coming by. All right. Well, now that we've blinded you with the flashiest toys of tomorrow, it's time to take you back to yesterday when the flash tell you if your car safety is at risk. And before you pitch that tent, get our best discount buys on camping gear. Hi everybody, I'm Janice Lieberman and welcome to Steals and Deals. We are the scam and rip-off show of record, along with the consumer news you can use every day. Up first, all this week we've been showing you how the regulation rollback by the Republican-led Congress is changing our lives. Tonight, we focus on just how vigilant the safety of the products we buy every day is controlled, especially now as the new reality of tight budgets and conservative philosophy takes hold. Michelle Tracy reports from Washington.
Larry Gomez is lucky to be alive. The California youngster had a very close call when the bunk bed he was laying in suddenly collapsed. His mother says she had no idea that something like this could happen.
The kid said that the bed started swaying at first, and then it fell.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission says it conducted its own tests with bunk beds just like the one the Gomez family owned. Their findings? The tubular metal bunk beds were manufactured overseas and seemed to have a structural defect that caused the beds to suddenly collapse. The bunk beds were sold all over the U.S. After the CPSC intervened, metal reinforcements are now being sent out to all bunk bed owners.
The CPSC is a very small government agency, and our mandate is quite simple. We're to keep families safe in their homes.
Are successes like this still possible? Well, with all the talk here in Washington about reining in the regulators and cutting their budgets, many other agencies may soon have to face a new reality. A reality the Consumer Product Safety Commission was forced to adapt to back in the Reagan years.
We really consider ourselves a model agency within the federal government because we have become very lean, but more importantly, very, very effective.
The agency's budget has been reduced substantially over the past 15 years. Its staff is half what it was in 1979, and its budget of $42 million is the same as it was 20 years ago. Even so, the chairman of the CPSC, Ann Brown, is on a mission to get the most for the least amount of money.
The number of consumer products under the jurisdiction is ever expanding, and the resources are ever dwindling.
Like a successful marriage, the relationship between the CPSC and product makers is based on negotiation, not regulation. And the reason why is pure mathematics. The CPSC simply can't afford to spend millions dragging errant manufacturers through the recall processes.
It's the tendency of regulators to regulate, and it's the tendency of businesses to resist being regulated. And I think, at least in some instances, the optimal solution lies somewhere in the middle.
Critics say that the CPSC's style of primarily compromising with product manufacturers may simply not be enough with some offenders.
The most important thing for the American public is that the CPSC actually start rulemaking, that they exercise their muscle when it is appropriate, so that all those manufacturers out there are always kept on guard.
Even though the political future is still unclear, the CPSC says it will remain vigilant about keeping defective and dangerous products out of our homes. They're enlisting the help of consumers who can call their hotline with information on defective and dangerous products. After all, say the CPSC, keeping our children safe is a bipartisan issue. In Washington, for Steals and Deals, I'm Michelle Tracy.
The CPSC says it relies heavily on consumers to alert them to dangerous and defective products. And to report a problem, you can call their hotline at 800-638-2772. Once again, it's 800-638-2772. They can also provide you with product recall information at that very same number. Thousands of drivers say their General Motors cars have brake problems. And now the NBC station in Detroit has learned that the federal government has been investigating the problem since late last year. GM maintains there is no problem, but drivers aren't so sure, as WDIV-TV's Tony Fama reports in this exclusive story.
What's the problem with your car?
Put up a brake on it at least once a month.
Once a month?
At least once a month.
Is once a month usual?
You know, once a year, really not usually, I would say.
Eddie Taylor should know. He's a mechanic. But not even he's been able to fix the rear brake problem on his 1990 Chevy Lumina, even though he spent $500 on new parts to do it.
The brakes is not catching properly.
So this corrosion is indicative of a problem.
Right.
Beatrice Bennett is Eddie Taylor's friend. She's also used in this picture. Her 1990 Chevy Lumina up on a jack.
I had them fixed for the sixth time.
In how many years?
Since 91.
But our investigation has found these two cars are just two of more than 2.6 million on the road with potential brake problems. The cars in question are the Chevy Lumina, Buick Regal, Oldsmobile Cutlass, and Pontiac Grand Prix, model years 1988 to 1993. GM has received more than 22,000 complaints. 202 drivers allege they've had accidents because of the faulty brakes. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating to see if these cars are unsafe and if GM should issue a recall. NHTSA is checking allegations that the rear disc caliper pins can corrode, leading to total loss of brake effectiveness. GM wouldn't go on camera, but a spokesperson says there's no chance of total loss of brake power, no safety problem with the cars, and no reason for a recall. Clarence Bitlow of the Center for Auto Safety in Washington isn't so sure.
We petitioned government to do a defect investigation and order a recall in June of 1994. And in response to that, the government has now stepped up its investigation to a higher level, and we expect a recall to result because it is a safety problem.
The Newsbeat has also obtained a service bulletin from Lee Gibson, a manufacturer of brake parts. In April 1993, Lee Gibson began circulating this bulletin to mechanics, pointing out the alleged ineffectiveness of the car's brakes. It suggests the rear disc calipers could be at fault. The bulletin says if the rear calipers are not working correctly, the front pads will wear faster. Lee Gibson recommends this caliper repair kit to correct the problem.
First, I was thinking that it was just the way I drive. That's where my front brakes are. And when it entered my intentions, I talked to her about the wearing of the back brake caliper locking up. She showed me paper on it.
Tony Fama for Steals and Deals, Detroit.
Eddie Taylor is referring to the Lee Gibson Bulletin. The GM spokesperson says if you've had a problem with your brakes and you're driving one of the cars mentioned in our report, you should call the appropriate car division for help. In fact, there can be a lot of power in just one phone call. That's the lesson some residents in Miami are learning. A new Crime Watch program is arming them with cell phones. Members of Citizens Crime Watch dial the cops when they spot the bad guys. Dade County Police say the program's working. Crime has dropped significantly in the 11 high-crime neighborhoods. Burglaries are down by 33% from last year. Cellular of One of Florida has even donated 50 phones and 200 minutes of airtime for each user. And coming up, put your pooch or kitty at a posh hotel while you're on vacation. We'll give you the grand tour. Plus, how to be a pal to your best friend. We'll show you the latest gadgets from the pet department. Details when Steals and Deals continues.
This program is sponsored by the Burger Funds. I'm Bill Berger, shareholder and director of the Burger Funds. The volatile markets of today have a lot of people questioning their investment strategy. I give them the same advice I gave in my 44 years as an investment manager. You need two things, courage and patience. Courage to ride out the inevitable peaks and valleys, and the patience to stay the course. After all, in the last 30 years, stock returns have outperformed government bonds, treasury bills, and the rate of inflation.
There's no denying the market has its ups and downs. Don't lose sight of the big picture, because it's the patient investors who usually get where they want to go. To learn more about the no-load broker funds, including performance figures, call 800-333-1001. That's 800-333-1001. We'll send you facts on the broker funds, including our low minimums, $250 to start, $50 thereafter, to help you move steadily toward your goal.
Express everything and is beholding to nothing except truth. We're all aiming in the direction of a visionary named Alvin Ailey. If you come to see us, better bring a seatbelt with you. Our audiences rely on the American Express line all across the world. It's essential.
American Express is welcome just about anywhere you find people on the move. Next stop, Jerry Spence, Leona Helmsley, O.J. Simpson, the Menendez brothers. Do money and power tip the scales of justice? Get used to affording to go to court if you can't afford Johnny Cochran? The chief public defender of Chicago, Rita Fry, speaks out next on Jerry Spence. Tonight.
He's a raging Cajun's partner in crime and a true Texas firebrand. Meet my old campaign pal Paul the Gallo before he rides out of town. Tonight on Equal Time.
That's tonight on Equal Time with Mary Madeline and Katie Myers. Tonight, it's intimate talk on today's adult issues. Get real personal with Bob Berkowitz.
Welcome back to Steals and Deals. It's big, beautiful, and it can take you up, up, and away. Sounds like a lot of hot air. Well, it should. Mabel John finds out why a relaxing summer escape is landing more and more people on Easy Street. Aviators manned the first hot air balloons in the late 1700s. The alien shapes were attacked by farmers when they landed in their fields unannounced. Farmers are much less excitable these days, and the aviators are a growing and increasingly well-organized group of enthusiasts, like the Konash family, which run Air America of New Jersey. Even grandparents are involved.
It's a family sport. You need the family to do it.
Ballooning requires an entire ground crew to ready the gondola for liftoff, filling the balloon skin with cold air, heating it. Now it's ready to take to the skies, loaded with first-time passengers and a chase truck not far behind. It's been 212 years since the hot air balloon allowed man to slip through the Earth's gravitational bonds. But it's only been in the last 2 decades that ballooning's popularity has really taken off.
To help offset the cost of the flying a balloon, we got into it commercially, and it turned out to be very lucrative.
A used balloon costs upwards from $4,000. Insurance, $2,500. A drop in the bucket for the Konashes, which sell rides every weekend for $175 per person, counting autumn and summer as their busiest seasons. Many balloonists were hooked by the beauty of the sport after their maiden flight.
Bought my own balloon and sold it, so I had nothing. I had a license, got my straight to my commercial license, and been flying ever since.
However, even a seasoned pilot can't control where a balloon lands. The wind does that. This one ended up in a housing development. Passengers who survived the flight are treated to the calming ways of traditional champagne toasts, just like the farmers over 200 years ago. For Steals and Deals, I'm Mabel John. Well, you're not the only one who wants to have fun this summer. Don't forget your furry best friend. Our Gizwiz Dick DeBartolo hasn't. He has the latest gadgets. Not to mention a little spice and catnip for those little Cheetos and Fidos.
Some fun stuff, a lot of it from the Pedigree's catalog, and some of it is not
okay.
from the Pedigree's catalog. But we have the phone numbers on the screen. This first guy, you know what this is?
Not a clue.
Looks like the French Frisbee. Okay. This is the inflatable dog bowl. This is a great idea, especially with the heat lately. Blow it up on the side. It even has a little repair kit if Fido gets a little too rambunctious. But you blow it up in the park, go to the drinking fountain, fill it with water. Nice and flat. Put it back in your pocket, and portable drinking fountain. Okay, now that women wear aprons as little baby carriers, this is your little pet carrier. Goes over your shoulder, ties in the back like an apron, can hold a pet up to 15 pounds. I brought props. I mean, does every consumer person bring to show you what it looks like?
Only you, Dickie.
That's right. It sits in a little pocket here in the front, and there's a separate little pocket to carry.
Oh, that's so cute.
These little guys are called Playmate Pups and Playmate Kittens. They're about $20. This guy's cute.
Pretty real. They're so sweet.
So
they're a lot easier to take care of.
Yes, you don't have to walk this guy at all, and these, not even these paper trains.
Yeah,
those are fun little toys. Okay. Smell one of those. You know what they are?
Like that.
They are, dogs love to chase a ball, but these are mint flavored. So as your dog plays ball, it freshens his breath.
Okay. We need that.
That's a neat guy. All right, now these are really neat. These are called Pet Pack First Aid Kits. First aid kits for your dog. And a couple of great things in there. A veterinarian's guide inside, including how to give your dog CPR if your dog is not breathing. And this ticks me off. Because it's in every one of these two, in each of these two kits, a little tick remover for both your pet and if it happens to get on you.
That little spoon will do it. Huh?
Yeah, you know, it's the little notch down here where you have to, exactly, you have to get, shouldn't even want to think about it. And special bandages that don't adhere to the dog's or cat's hair. So those are two neat first aid kits.
Very nice.
And finally, the last little guy is called Video Catnip.
What might that
This
be?
is very funny. This is close-up pictures of birds and squirrels. So you play this on a big screen, and your cat sits there and hopefully is mesmerized. I played it
Does this work?
Oh, well, I don't know. I played it for my dog. My dog gave it 2 thumbs down, 2 paws down. My dog gave it 2 paws down, but it's really for cats.
So maybe a cat will really, really watch it.
It's pretty interesting. I watched it for about 20 minutes myself.
Oh, my goodness. So what's next week?
Some fun pet things. I think next week we have enough stuff that we're going to do another viewers.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
I like that. All right, thank you, Dick. Don't forget Fido anymore. Ever. And if you really want to pamper your pets, we'll tell you about some great digs they can really sink their claws into. While you pitch a tent, get the lowdown on our best buys in camping gear. Bring along a pen and paper when Steals and Deals continues.
This is CNBC. With the uncertainty of today's interest rates, many would-be homebuyers have adopted a wait-and-see attitude. Your Coldwell Banker agent, on the other hand, thinks it's time to wake up to the possibilities. Buying a home can be more affordable. In fact, interest rates are down again. So why wait? All it takes is opening your eyes to the opportunities and knowing who to call. Coldwell Banker, support you can count on. Consider credit card rebates, gasoline, airline miles, and cars. Many can hold you down with restrictions or yearly limits, but not the Discover card. The more you use your card, the higher your cashback bonus award, and you're never restricted on how you use cash. When it comes to rebates or the Discover card, the sky's the limit. It pays to Discover, the card that pays you back. Use it when you see the number sign.
You know, it's amazing how 3 little words can strike fear into the hearts of the fearless. Hey, come on, don't get bummed. You're back to school at Office Depot.
Hey, this place is cool.
Yeah, you'll see more notebooks and pens, more backpacks and binders, more electronics and software, all kinds of stuff at guaranteed low prices. Now, don't you feel better about going back to school?
Yeah, real.
Hey, I was only asking.
Something happens when you read the Wall Street Journal every business day. You start seeing opportunities where you never saw them before. See for yourself. Subscribe now to the Wall Street Journal. The Journal keeps you right at the heart of what's going on in business. Call now for the Journal and get your free guide to planning your financial future. Facts you need to start planning a secure future right now. Get 10 weeks of the Wall Street Journal for just $38 and get the guide free.
Call now, 800-647-5700. That's 800-647-5700. If you're over 50, you can get needed life insurance protection from Colonial Penn. It's only $6.95 per unit per month. Benefits won't decrease simply because you grow older, and your rates won't increase. If you're over 50, you cannot be turned down. So call now. Call toll-free 1-800-253-2300. We'll send detailed information in this guide to Social Security absolutely free. Call 1-800-253-2300. There's no obligation. 1-800-253-2300.
What's that sound you're hearing? It's the call of the wild. But before you go wild buying all that camping gear, better do a little hunting. Bargain hunting. Alyssa Lazar shows you the civilized way to tackling the great outdoors.
Are you overworked and underplayed? Well, Americans are now looking towards the great outdoors for rest and relaxation. In fact, we spent over $1 billion last year on camping equipment, and many families are now turning towards camping as an alternative to very expensive hotel rooms. We're at the Ramsey Outdoor Store in Paramus, New Jersey, and they carry just about anything you need for your next camping trip. But before you venture out there, here are a few tips on the type of equipment you might need. First, you need a tent, and tents range in weight from a few ounces to over 30 pounds. For backpacks, sleeping bags, and tents, the lighter the material, the more it will cost. It's also wise to have some type of plastic tarp to put under the tent to protect you from moisture. Most tents today are modified domes, and they're held aloft with shock-corded poles made from either fiberglass or aluminum. They're very lightweight and can obviously bend. All tents must conform to flammability standards set by the Industrial Fabric Association, known as CPAI 84. So look for the CPAI 84 label. Don't forget your sleeping bag. And sleeping bags today come with temperature ratings. They'll tell you the lowest outside temperature in which you'll be comfortable. If you're in New Jersey, you can call the Ramsey Outdoor Store at area code 201-261-5000. Sierra Trading Post offers savings of 35 to 70% on name brand outdoor clothing and equipment. You can call area code 307-775-8000 for their free catalog. You can try Gander Mountain at 800-558-9410 for their free catalog. Or there's Camping World, which carries everything for the serious camper. Call 800-626-5944 for a free catalog. For greater savings, ask about their hotline specials when you call. Make sure you try out all of your equipment in your backyard before you hit the road. And don't forget the bug spray. I'm Alyssa Lazar for Steals and Deals.
And keep your pad and pen close by. We'll repeat those numbers for you at the end of our show. Speaking of roughing it, Vital will need a place to stay while you're away. Talk about stress. You can make it a whole lot easier on your pal if he has plenty of food, water, and room service. Jerry Cobb reports.
Are you taking your favorite pet on vacation with you this summer?
Come to me, jungle friends.
Maybe you have many pets. Well, if you can't fit them all in your car, consider other options. Maybe you and your pets need to take a vacation.
Vacation? You must be kidding.
Most pet owners shy away from kennels and turn to more traditional options.
I'm gone for one night. I beg a friend or my mother-in-law to come in and take care of them. If it's more than one night, I don't go.
If you do decide to board your pet, you'll be amazed to see how the industry is changing. As pets have become more and more pampered, some boarding facilities look more like personal spas, and they cost almost as much. At the Cat Hotel, felines rule the roost.
There you go.
It's run by a veterinarian's wife, and it's been filled almost to capacity since its opening earlier this summer in Burbank, California. Guests are given baths, frequent brushings, and a lot of personal attention.
It's scary. Yeah.
At up to $35 a night, it's no wonder some felines pass the time considering their stock options. Others fancy the 1,500-gallon aquarium.
And the cats like the cats.
It's pricey, posh, and panders to cat owners who consider their pet family.
I think that cats that are kept at home with pet sitters are given a temporary amount of attention, whereas cats that are here after they're here for a day, they love it here.
Hollywood Dog Training and Boarding has been in business since the early 20s.
We were the home of Lassie and Rin Tin Tin.
And they have the paw prints to prove it. Dogs can cost up to $20 a night to board, with extra charges for extra services. You can even pay to have your dog go through obedience training while being boarded.
This is a dog that's here for puppy kindergarten. It's actually here for kindergarten training.
While most kennels give discounts when you board more than one animal, or if you pay in advance, owners of large pet families may find the cost of boarding prohibitive, and many owners still don't like taking their pets to a strange environment.
Everybody wants to get away sometimes, but when I get to thinking about them being alone and afraid and subject to diseases, and then I ask my mother-in-law to come on down.
If you do board your pet this summer, visit the facility first, and you pick the time. Be wary of places that only allow visits at certain hours, and if you aren't comfortable with the place, Fluffy and Fifi probably won't be either. Oh yes, and before you leave home, don't forget to feed the fish. For Steals and Deals, I'm Jerry Cobb in Los Angeles.
All right, finally, if you've been the victim of a scam or ripoff and want to tell us about it or know about a health or safety threat of importance, please write and tell us about it. The address for Steals and Deals is 2200 Fletcher Avenue, Fort Lee, New Jersey, 07024. That's 2200 Fletcher Avenue, Fort Lee, New Jersey, 07024. We rely on you for many of our stories, so we do appreciate your help. That's all for now, but on Monday, plastic surgery is catching on for men. We'll have the details as we kick off our week-long series on skincare for men and women. So join us Monday night at 7:30 Eastern Time. I'm Janice Lieberman. Thanks for watching Steals and Deals. And remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday night. CNBC News Break. I'm Sheila Steinbeck. President Clinton permanently bans all U.S. nuclear weapons tests, and Mr. Clinton's encouraging other nations to follow suit. The president says American negotiators in Geneva will insist on a worldwide test ban. 4 top FBI officials are suspended and could face criminal charges for their roles in a 1992 siege at Ruby Ridge, Idaho. The Justice Department wants to know whether agents destroyed or covered up documents about controversial shoot-to-kill orders. The wife of white separatist Randy Weaver was killed during that siege. She was unarmed. In the O.J. Simpson trial, a defense witness admits both victims could have been killed with one knife, but Dr. Michael Baden says it would have been an unusual kind. The prosecution has said one person murdered Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman using one weapon. Dr. Baden questions that finding. The Dow closed down more than 25 points today. I'll be back with another news break in just a half hour.
Tonight, renowned trial lawyer Jerry Spence goes inside today's famous cases. Who's getting justice, who isn't, and why? Jerry Spence tonight only on CNBC.
In business, you can't always count on an easy road to success. But you can count on AT&T, because only AT&T guarantees you a competitive price. Our 1-800-COMPARE Center will give you an immediate side-by-side price comparison. And we're so sure that our prices are competitive that if you don't agree, we'll give you 1 month's worth of long distance, up to $200. These days, you can't count on much. but you can count on AT&T for the life of your business.
Get your pen ready to put something at the top of your list. Try Investor's Business Daily for 2 weeks free.
Anything having to do with the economy and the confidence level and the employment levels and the economic indicators, those are the things that I follow very carefully.
Call now to get this valuable audio tape. 100 ways to improve your investment results. Plus 2 weeks of Investor's Business Daily free. Call 800-453-1600. Do it now.
Tonight on Rivera Live, call it an anatomy of a murder. The prosecution struggles to deflect damaging testimony from Dr. Michael Layton, but how much of it's hit the mark with the jury? The latest updates tonight on Rivera Live. This week, all the stars come out on Charles Grodin. Tonight, Ray Colorado and Sidney Biddle-Barrow from psychic Dr. Peter Larrett. Saturday, comic Richard Lewis and actor Eric Bogosian. And Sunday, close-up look at the O.J. Simpson trial. It all happens this week on Charles Grodin.
It's 8 o'clock Eastern Time. CNBC Talk All Stars are on the air.
Well, hello there, I'm Jerry Spence from a place, a real place, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Well,
Wales and Northern Ireland.
You now, and Barbara Walters. This is 2020. Tonight, look around this office. Notice anything unusual?
The women were kind of weaned out of the company, little by little.
Talented women say they were given a message. Stay home where you belong.
He looked down at my wedding ring and he said, "Do you really need to work?"
This man claims it's the company's private policy.
You don't hire women. Don't hire blacks. Don't hire the handicapped because we can't fire them.
Could this be happening in America? Correspondent Deborah Roberts with an inside look at a company scandal. No place for a woman. Dan, are you willing to risk a love affair with the sun?
The sun is not something to be worshipped. It'll kill you.
Most people don't believe it until it happens to them.
I discovered a mole on my chest wall here, and it started to bleed.
It was melanoma, a deadly cancer, now an epidemic, the most common cancer among young adults.
She had disease went all the way from her toes up through her vitals.
How much sun is safe? What are the signs of trouble? Dr. Timothy Johnson with an urgent report, guaranteed to change your thinking about the sun and your skin. Plus, we're about to save your family. No matter what men say, who really faces the kids?
Oh, brush your teeth.
More and more fathers are pitching in with bedtime and homework. Then why are women so angry?
Isn't that great what he's doing?
You pat them on the back and say, "Oh, isn't it great you're doing more than nothing?"
Are men really pulling their weight as parents? John Stossel has a revealing quiz and a story that will make you think twice the next time you say, "That's not my job." Those stories tonight, August 11, 1995, after this brief message.
Walmart back to school, take 4.
Ow! I look.
Hey, where are you now?
Nowhere.
It's late, I have to go. John and Susan confirmed for dinner tonight?
Yes.
And don't sit her next to Ray Poole's wife. She'll just try to find out if he's going to move over to Care Peabody.
I won't put her next to the gimbals.
This is We're all ready for school. We're all buckled up. Come on, let's
No.
I would love it if we could go to the country this weekend. Roger and I want to play doubles with his lawyer, and a friend is supposed to be great.
It's the last weekend for the antique show.
Oh, come on.